Welcome back, Sistas fans. This is Tierney, and I'm back with another Sistas episode review of season 6, episode 16. This won't be in any particular order. So Zach is at home with Michael, and Tim's at work, and they have a meeting, I guess, with the lawyer about him getting custody of his son. And the team was like, no, y'all come on, get up here so we can get this meeting started, try to get custody. And so Zach is still fumbling around at home with the boy. And the boy's hiding food in his pockets and not talking, so maybe he's not eating as much as he should, so he hides food so he can have food to eat because he's not eating apparently. And so they outside finna leave. Heather shows up with the police. And she's talking about arrest him and all that stuff. So he took my son and all that. Now it is Zach's son as well, but he doesn't have custody. So the boy was given back to Heather. Which that's my thing. The night before they was at home, Zach ran him a bath. Fatima saw bruises on him. Well, no, let's go back even further than that. When they were outside the apartment complex, they heard Michael screaming. And the old lady neighbor said they beating his behind basically. So when they ran upstairs, the boy was getting abused. So my thing is, you hearing this, why didn't you take the boy to the hospital the night before that night? You hear him being abused. Take him to the hospital so he can get checked out. Then the next day when Heather got the police, she probably not let to send him because you have proof that he's been abused because you took him and you know what I'm saying? That whole situation was just stupid to me. You know this boy's being abused. Why should I take him to the hospital? He probably got broken bones. You don't know. You're not a doctor. Not the team not a doctor, not the exact. So I'm like, why do y'all take him to the hospital so he can get checked out? So that way the next day when Heather came, Jack would have had more of a say-so about the boy, where the boy was going to go. Maybe. I don't know. I'm not in the legal field, so I don't really know. But my thing is, even if so, he probably went back home with Heather, knowing that he was being abused in her care, in her custody, in her house, with all her many boyfriends. So that aggravated me about the episode. And so, like I say, the next morning, Fatima was at work. She telling Zach to come on. Let's mute the lawyer. He's still fumbling around at home. So when they get outside, Heather's there with the police. And the police takes him from Zach and gives him back to Heather. And Heather's talking about she talked to her girlfriends at the strip club, or her coworkers at the strip club, talking about she can get more money and all that foolishness. And I'm like, you don't want him. You just want money. She's kind of like Zach's mom. She only had Zach Kelly so she can get money from the state or from the government. That's how Heather is. She don't want to go so she can get money out of Zach. And that's not a qualification of what a mother is or what a mother should do. So now Zach goes up to the law firm looking all sad and whatnot. I'm like, dude, this is your fault. Because if you had took him to the hospital that night before, you probably would have him. At least have him in CPS custody where he wouldn't even be with Heather. That aggravated me, as y'all can see. So anyway, we at the law firm. Maurice, oh my God, I cannot stand this Maurice character. He talking smack to Andy. Now Andy is helping Maurice and Sabrina with their whole legal woes that Maurice got them both into. Maurice calls Andy all out of her name, calling her the B word, and I'm like, Maurice, why are you doing it? Maurice is very disrespectful. Now I can see if Maurice was a female, he did that, kind of like how Danny is. Maurice is a guy. You should not be doing that. I don't care how much of the LGBT community he is in, he's still out of line and out of order. So if he talks to Andy like that, she's trying to help your fat self. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm just really aggravated with this Maurice character. I wish he get rid of the show or something. And he's not funny. That's the thing. I think I think the guy who plays Maurice, he's a decent actor, but his lines in the show are just horrible. To where he's annoying, he's overacting, and just foolishness. So they kind of find out that I guess they realized that charges were dropped. And so, of course, Sabrina's still salty about what Bio said to her. And so I guess then Bio get his money back because the case was dropped or the charges were dropped against Sabrina and Maurice. So I guess Bio will get his money back. That'll be the end of Bio, I'm guessing. But even I liked his character. Who else? Karen. So we had Jason Weaver on the show. He played, young Michael in the American Dream movie with the Jackson 5. Well, not the youngest, but he played like not the youngest boy, but the boy before he was like a teenager. Jason Weaver played him. He was like a contractor, and he was in there carrying salon with the mask on, trying to see what all it was going to take to get her salon back up and running and get it fixed. And so, of course, Pam is smitten by him at first. They kind of find out he has, I think, was 7 children. He's married with 7 children. So they kind of turned Pam off. But he was like, no, he said they adopted 2, and they had 2 of his siblings, kids, and all that type of stuff. So, but see, I think that's a good thing, a man who's taking care of his family. That's a good thing because we haven't really seen that much from Calvin. Calvin has a son that been mentioned a couple times since the whole show's been on television. And Gary has children that we haven't seen, but it's good to know and see that a character who working hard to take care of his children. So Karen realizes that it's going to cost a lot to repair her salon. Now she knows she tore the check that Zach gave her. So I wonder what she's going to do. Is she going to go back to Zach after he wrote her check? She ripped it up. But then she knowing Karen, she was like, well, I bought your son that car seat and them Pampers and this, that, and the third. So you owe me to pay for my salon to get fixed. You know how Karen is. But if I was Zach, I wouldn't be worried about that. I would focus on my son that I already have, that I know is mine for sure, and get him straight. Now, Karen needs to go to the bank and get her loan. Now, Andy said she would loan her the money. And Andy been told her that, but she wants it from Zach. Well, Zach gave her money and she ripped the check up. So, Karen basically, she cut her own throat to a certain degree. So, that she go get a loan or get the loan from Andy, she's kind of, based on her own. So, I like to see how she's going to get her salon fixed up. And, Zach better not write her another check. He better not. Because he has legal woes to deal with his own son and Heather. So then we go to Danny at the work with I think his name was Tony, her new love interest. I think he's a decent guy. I kind of like Preston. I guess because we've seen Preston more on the show than this Tony guy, so I kind of like Preston more. But, we'll see as the show progresses. So, Danny and Tony are outside her job talking, and Preston is basically sitting there the whole time listening to their conversation. And so when Danny finally turns around and said Preston, she was like, how long have you been sitting there? He said, long enough. And that's when the show cuts off. So I'm anxious to see this whole Preston Danny situation. I don't think Preston will be on the show for much longer. I think this Tony guy will be Danny's new love interest. Like I said, Preston comes with a lot of baggage. His family do not like black people, so that's going to be a constant and ongoing conflict in their relationship. So, yeah, she probably stick with a black man that she can relate to. So, I think that's it. We've covered all the sisters: Karen, Andy. Andy, Karen gave Andy a fake apology, which I don't believe was sincere. Karen is just, she just gets so irate at one point. She finally comes down. She realized her wrong. That she do like a fake apology just to reel you back in. Then she gets mad and she gonna go off on you again. That's how Karen is. Um, but yeah, so that's been basically the show in a nutshell. So you all let me know what you think. Like this video, subscribe to my channel. Do y'all think Destin is completely over now? Do y'all think Zach will ever come to a resolution with Heather in regards to Michael? When will they find out that Fatima is pregnant on the show? What do y'all think? When would that timeline be? How y'all think Ken will react to Fatima being pregnant? And what do y'all think about Maurice? Do y'all think Maurice needs to be written out the show or just taken off by deletion? Let me know.